Okay, working on a 2007 Toyota Prius, doing a fuel system cleaning. Basically, I got pressurized fuel canister here, mixed with 50% seafoam, 50% fuel. You adjust the PSI according to what the fuel pump, or what you're supposed to have at the fuel rail. On Gen 2 Prius, it's supposed to be about 45 to 50 PSI. If you get one of these cheap kits like I did, it's about $110, you're gonna have to make an adapter here for your air hose, which I did. I also would highly recommend putting in a inline filter like this one. Looks like it is just about done. As you can see, no more fuel left. So I'm gonna turn this off. So you got check engine light on. Go ahead and turn that off. Also, you gotta pull the seat and disconnect the fuel pump. Pretty simple. The cover can be a little bit of a pain, and it doesn't ever really go back on quite right, but do the best I can. Just to show you one more time, you have to take off the windshield cowl thing up here. So those two pieces, pretty easy. A bunch of 10mm bolts. The windshield wipers are 14s. And the fuel rail, it disconnects right here. And you got to plug this hose. This is where the line would be coming in, going to here. These would normally be connected. Or sorry, this would be connected down here. So my adapter just hooks into here. You could also just put a hose. If you pulled this one off, you could put a rubber hose on there with a hose clamp. I did that once at first. And then you just plug this other one. Even though the fuel pump is disconnected because of the Gen 2's bladder fuel tank, I think, at least once I started it up, I had some fuel spraying out of that before the first time I did this, so you got to plug that. There is no return. It's a returnless type system, so there's no return line. But like I said, I think because the bladder, that's why I did that. Before I did this, though, you hook up to here the spray wand right here, and very carefully disconnect the MAF sensor. Just disconnect the connector. Take off the air box, and then you're able to clean down in here in the air intake, spraying this mixture of 50% gas, 50% seafoam. Also get some MAF sensor cleaner, clean off the MAF sensor while you're in there, and that's basically it. Pretty simple. Just remove that cowl, disconnect the fuel pump, start it in inspection mode so that the engine doesn't turn off, and that's basically it. And actually that only took, wow, that went a lot faster than I thought it was. I'm gonna have to open this up and check it, because honestly I was expecting to be sitting here for a while, and I only had this thing running for about maybe 10-15 minutes, so not totally sure what's going on there. I got this valve is fully open. So, but that's the other reason why I wanted to put this filter in, is so I could see. The other guys say there's no damage to letting the engine stall, just letting the thing run out. I just don't really like that idea very much. But anyways, I'll have to check that. So I do know that for almost 10 minutes, the battery was really low in this car, the hybrid battery, and it was charging it up. Could be why it used a lot more fuel quickly than when I did it before, where I had a high state of charge in the battery. So the engine's basically just idling then, whereas in this case it was actually under a load. But I had measured, using my Erlenmeyer flask, 200 milliliters of seafoam, 200 milliliters of gas, mix them up real good, fill it into here. And that's basically it. Thanks for watching.